Humans on the cardboard, welcome back to Just Nuts, guys. Today, I'm giving you another information dump for your brains on upcoming Yu-Gi-Oh sets. I know that a lot of people do not keep as close track as I do to Yu-Gi-Oh sets, when they're dropping, when to expect support. So I want to make this video so that you guys don't have to do all the research yourself. I'm just going to tell you what to look out for when everything's dropping, and that will just kind of help you keep track of like what's what. Pretty much. So, 2022, moving on, we're going to start with the TCG products. Of course, most people that'll be watching this are TCG players, but we'll also talk about OCG products at the end because it will tell you if you like to follow new cards when they get released, when those new cards will be revealed. I know I do. I mean, I'm really into the Darkwing Blast reveals right now, but, you know, I know we're not going to get them for another, whatever, 4 months, so... But I'm still excited to see what cards get revealed because I get really hyped just theorizing and all that stuff and just seeing what comes out. So yeah, let's get into it. We're going chronological order here. First thing is Legendary Duelist Season 3. This is dropping to the OCG July 21st. We're just under a month away from this coming out. Nothing too crazy. This is mostly just an entire reprint set for a handful of different Legendary Duelist sets. Bring down, hopefully, stuff like... Luckily, the Yugi one is in here, so we could see Magician's Souls. Should be in here, theoretically. I think also we could see the Evil Hero stuff, right? Malicious Bane and a Dusted Gold maybe get another reprint in here, right? So there's some other really good things that can end up in here. Maybe some Train cards, maybe some Harpy cards. Whatever, I'm here for it. No, wait, weren't the Harpies in the last one? Whatever. I don't even know which sets are in here, but just know this is coming. Look more into this if you're really looking forward to some particular reprints, and that'll be for you. Next up here, we have Power of the Elements. The most important thing to keep in mind for this is it's coming August 4th, right? So we are less than a month and a half away. When this drops, just know a week prior to August 4th, we'll probably get reveals, or maybe even 2 weeks prior, when they do pack openings to all the bigger YouTubers that are not me. Could be me. I don't know. Whatever. When they open those sets, we will see a bunch of the TCG exclusives, which will include the new archetype. So I'm very excited to see what that is. I know a lot of other people are as well. It's the fish archetype, but I want to see where they like push that. The goatee or the beyond the deep, whatever it's called. The actual name's going to be. See what those are, and then see what the other imports and TCG exclusives end up being. Very cool. Next up, Tactical Masters. We kind of know what this set is, aside from like maybe reprints. We know all the new cards. This did get pushed back. This was supposed to be July 1st. We were literally supposed to be a week away from this. I was very excited for Labyrinth and Mr. Rune, but unfortunately Konami had to push it back for most likely production reasons. And so now this is coming out August 25th. So almost 7 weeks pushed back on this. That is brutal, by the way. Just to throw that out there. Like, I know sometimes they do like 1 to 2 weeks, and I'm like, whatever. Almost 2 months on this one product? That is brutal, man. Come on, Konami. You're better than that. But yeah, still excited for this set to drop. But, 8/26, August 26th, just get ready for that. Next up for the TCG, September 15th, we have the 2022 Megatins of the Pharaoh's Gods. I'm expecting the 3 cards revealed in the OCG for their, like, Pharaoh pack to pretty much be the TCG exclusives in this one. I don't know how likely that is. I don't know if that's been unconfirmed or not. It's like the guy who can tribute and like set any trap from grave or something, or gets you a trap from your deck, I think. Any continuous trap. The Apophis card that is just like the Odeon card that like is kind of like an additional negate depending on how many other continuous traps you control. Pretty good card. And also the Gravekeeper's spell. I don't remember exactly what that one does, but those 3 cards I think have a good chance at being like our imports here and our promo cards essentially for the set. We'll see though. Well, they might not be promos. They might not be guaranteed. They might just be like cross-out designator and like just randomly pullable. But yeah, moving on. Structure Deck Legend of the Crystal Beast. This is coming out September 29th. I know you might be like, John, we just got the full reveal for that for the OCG. Just keep in mind, we don't always get the exact same Structure Deck reprint lineup that they do. We usually always get the same new cards, but it'll just be a question of, like, are we actually going to have another Ash Blossom Structure Deck reprint? There's other cards like Ghost Bell and a handful of other like decent little reprints as well that'll be in there or not, depending on what Konami wants to do. So keep an eye on the reprints. That will decide. Woo! The Lightning just scored. Sorry. I'm currently following Game 5 of the Lightning. They are my favorite team. They have been for like almost 10 years, and they just scored. That's huge. We're up 3-2. Okay, whatever. Moving on. Structure Crystal Beast. Very cool. Darkwing Blast. We'll talk about this when we get to the OCG. As far as the TCG goes, keep in mind the current date is October 20th, so we are ways away. We're almost 4 months away, but that's honestly not that bad considering we're a month and a half away from the core set before it. So it's pretty good. Magnificent Mavens. This was recently revealed. It's going to have the new Sky Striker cards from the OCG, the new Mayakashi cards, the new Witchcrafter cards, and it's going to have a Shizu's Fairies in here. I was not expecting that at all, and I think because of that, this almost confirms that we are not getting the Earth Legendary Duelist in the TCG. So they'll probably be imported somewhere else. I don't really care either way. As long as we get them fairly promptly and Konami kind of like gets them out, that's all I care about. I don't really need Konami to make sure we get them in the same set they do. I just care that we get them somewhat promptly. So very cool. This set actually looks like it could be pretty hype. It also comes with a bunch of sleeves and stuff. This is November 3rd, by the way. Very, very cool. If you are a waifu lover, this is 4 waifu archetypes, so have a field day. Go at it. And the final TCG archetype to look at here is Battles of Legend, Crystal's Revenge. I'm actually pretty excited for this one. There are a handful of cards from the Animation Chronicle and the OCG that got revealed earlier this year that are going to be in here that I am excited for. A little bit of dinosaur support, a little bit of Earth Machine support. Very excited for those. Those will most likely be in here. It also looks like the advanced Crystal Beasts are going to be in here based off of the artwork on the cards. This is November 17th, so it's going to be pretty late. We'll see. Hopefully there'll be a handful of like other nice reprints and maybe even some other imports that I don't know off the top of my head like what we don't have currently. Hopefully there'll be some other stuff, but this will be a good one. Battles of Legends is always usually a good set. Has some good imported cards, some random good like support for archetypes that needed it, as well as some good reprints that help budget players afford some of them real money cards. All right, so now we move to the OCG. Sorry, Darkwing Blast for them is dropping July 16th. That is like 3 weeks away, just over 3 weeks away, and they only have 32 cards revealed, which means we are going to get 48 cards revealed in the next 3 weeks. Very hyped for it. There's probably another archetype to be revealed. There's probably a ton of other support. Very excited to see, because I think this set is off to a very hot start, and if it finishes, it could actually rival its predecessor, Power of the Elements. So very excited to see what they do there. I think the support they've had in this set so far is insane. The Draco Slayer stuff, the Naturia stuff, there is some really powerful support so far in here. Very excited to see it. Also the Blackwing stuff. So keep an eye on that. That'll be the most immediate new reveals we get in the next 3 weeks. Very excited. Structure Deck R Devil's Gate. This is coming August 6th in the OCG. So we're kind of same thing as Power of the Elements, a month and a half-ish away. And just so you know, Structure Deck R, I think almost every single one of them has had 8 whole cards of support in them as far as new cards go. We've only got 4 revealed, and they are awesome. Those cards alone may already take this deck to like at least Rogue tier, if not better. So now we've got 4 more cards to be revealed in the next month and a half. I don't know when we'll get them. I don't know what they'll be. There's going to be at least 2. Even if they decide to go back on and say they don't need 8 whole cards for Dark Worlds, let's do 6. Let's do 7. Still, the fact that the deck already could be Rogue or even higher than that with what they have means that whatever else is just a cherry on top. We will take it, and if it's insane, even more so. So there you go, month and a half. We don't know when this will be imported to the TCG. Hopefully it's soon. But it could be the early of the next year's like kind of Ghost from the Past kind of set. It could be imported in there, kind of like how the Agent Structure Deck was imported there for us this year. Next up, Deck Build Pack Amazing Defenders. This is dropping August 20th for the OCG. This is like 2 months away. But listen, I mean, we have no cards revealed for this. Only 2 months away. As weeks go by, Konami is just going to drop these archetypes as giant bombs. The whole thing. I wouldn't be surprised if we get the next one in the next week. and then they kind of wait. They kind of space it out. One in the next week, maybe wait a couple weeks, do another one, wait a couple weeks, do another one, and then they save one card for each archetype at the end and reveal them right before the set comes out. But cool archetypes, Rescue Ace, Peruri, and Mikanko. August 20th, 2 months away. A little under that, actually, but pretty cool. And the final thing to mention here is Photon Hypernova. This most likely will have Galaxy Eyes Photon support in it, guaranteed. Outside of that, I don't know. This is dropping October 15th in the OCG, so we're a ways away. We're less than 4 months, though, which isn't that bad. But we're enough ways away where you need to worry about this until at least Darkwing Blast fully gets revealed. Then maybe wait 3 to 4 weeks, and then they'll probably start doing reveals for this set. So we're a little bit ways away, but like still, I'm sure some people are really hyped for Galaxy as Photon support. That's for them, not for me. Enjoy that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all the TCG and OCG sets that we currently know about and what support could be coming. I do this so you don't have to do the research yourself. Please be aware, be excited for the new support that we're going to be getting very, very soon, because there's always some coming. But that's it for me. Thank you so much for watching, as always, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you have not yet and you want to see more stuff like this from me down the line. And also, let me know down below what your most hyped set is, whether it's an OCG set that's getting revealed or it's just something like me, probably right now, Tactical Masters and Power of the Elements. When those sets drop, they have a ton of big meta-changing factor. Well, Tactical Masters not exactly changing the meta, but like rogue stuff that I'm excited to personally play. So let me know what you're thinking there, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.